Well, Chairman, first opportunity we've had really to catch up with you this season, certainly with all that's gone on, but an exciting...
There is never a dull moment in the life of the MK Dons, Anthony. It's just a whirlwind. But it's been a really relaxed time these last couple of weeks for me. It's been a little bit different. Obviously, having Liam here in the sporting director role meant that he looked after all the noise of a manager change, and as I say, I had quite an easy time of it. And and it wasn't a very hard decision to make, because I think new Liam also brings so much to the table. Fantastic track record as a player developer, somebody who wants to go and has a real ambition in the game, and has already been to America and to Belgium with the City Group, who we have huge respect for. And I must say, having had done to us what we had to do to them, the professionalism that they showed, I think that should be on the record. They've been absolutely great, although we are really pleased to finally get our man. And he brings with him some very interesting people as well, in Chris, of course, who's again a very well respected on-the-radar coach. And I think we go forward now in the season with a little bit more hope and optimism, because we've got some very good people in charge of our very young and very exciting team this year.
This process, the managerial search, was done a little bit differently than it has done in previous years, but let's focus on Liam. What was it about him when...
Well, before we get to Liam, let's also concentrate on the fact we had this little moment to do it because of the amazing work of our captain, Dean Lewington. Dino continues to amaze me. Not only does he get better, not only can he play in more different positions than you'd ever have thought possible. Actually, I'll put him a position off the pitch this time, and boy did he do us proud. We started the season, it was such an exciting game last week, and all the prep for this week has also been done by him, and I go into the game with some confidence. But of course, as you say, having Liam in the dugout, having the new team starting to be built, starting to look forward again, that's where we needed to be. That was the hiccup from a few weeks ago. But I bear no ill will to Russ at all. I think that needs to be said as well. Russ earned this club some money in the development of him. He went at a terrible moment, but I don't think he expected to be going at that moment. Sometimes there's offers that you have to take, and I get that. That's not a negative for us. It's about what we do about it. And as I say, this process has been really well driven by Liam. I think we've ended up with somebody that is exciting me. I hope it excites our supporters. I hope it excites our players. And let's go and see what we can do this season, because we have got together an amazing group of young players. We're very young, that's very true. There's all these things, you don't win things with kids and all the rest of it, but actually this is a very talented young group, and there's more of them than normal, and I'm hoping that we can get them to play, to enjoy, to have a great season. And if they all have a great season, we'll have a great season as a football club too. So there's some bit of hope, but there's a long way between then and now. I think we need to give Liam a chance to settle in and see how how we can start to work with the players. It's game now, game Tuesday, game next Saturday. I mean, there's no time to breathe in the English Football League. That's the shock of it all. That's what I think is going to be the hardest thing for him to have to cope with, and then have the chance to influence the team over a period of time. But as I say, we're back on the up. It's about as smooth and as easy as it's ever been in a change of manager, even at such a difficult time. And I've only got good things to say, and I'm hoping we're going to see them on the pitch in a few months to come.
I was going to say, you mentioned it's an exciting appointment. What was it about Liam Manning that excited you the most?
Well, you don't normally put so much on interviews, but obviously at the moment with COVID and not being able to see people, it's quite important what people are saying. And he said some really, really interesting things that resonated with me during our conversations. He showed me things that made a lot of sense to me. Things where we can look to start to progress as a football club, evolve as a football club. We're back to being what we wanted to be in terms of core, and I think Russ reminded us all of that. Why did he want to manage our football club? Because of what he thought our football club stood for, and that's very much in line with the new manager, the new head coach philosophy. And that's very much in line with what I think we all want as supporters. It's not just about having some success, it's about enjoying what you're watching. Sometimes, a 3-3 on Saturday, but what a game! What a game! That's why we all go to, because of the excitement, of the thrill, of the unexpectedness of all that makes football so special. I'm really looking forward to this season. I want to, at the very least, see some of our young players do really, really well and make the city proud. And that's what we're going to be looking for. And that's what we hope our new management team is going to be able to bring, that opportunity to develop these players into a really, really cohesive, attacking and exciting team.
And because this is the first opportunity we've had this season to talk to you, how pleased are you with the work that's been done in this transfer window to put a squad out? When we saw some of the names in the time on Saturday, still some more to come back in when they're fit as well. It's an exciting squad, isn't it?
It's a really exciting squad. We've got more power at the top end of the pitch than I think we've had for years. We've got some fantastic players at the back. We've got some really interesting midfield. But it's very young. There's things that people can say, well, you haven't got the balance right, you've got too many young players, you're looking for everybody to be doing well at the same time. That's not how young players develop. But at the same time, as I say, we do have some really talented young players and some of the best players from some of the major clubs as well with us this year. And when you put all that together, as I say, the very least is to want to watch entertaining, progressive football, modern football, a football that is going for the win. And if it happens enough times, then we're going to be in a good season. But that's what I want to see. I want to go and have some expectation, and I want to go and enjoy watching the football. And I'm sure that with all the fans back and the atmosphere that's created, that people have just forgotten what it's all about. And I think, I got that memory on Saturday. My God, we're back to football, and I can't wait for the game tomorrow and to see what we're going to do in our first home game then. Exciting times.
Yeah, well, let's end on that last home game. Fans back for the first time for a home league match in, with no capacity limits for a long time. It's going to be a fantastic occasion, not least because Liam Manning's first game, but a club like Sunderland coming to town and the first home
it's
game.
Always special when Sunderland are a massive club, shouldn't really be in this league, and it's great when those clubs come to Milton Keynes, and we put a warm welcome out for them, and that's what we're going to do again tomorrow. We've got obviously our new systems that everybody's very nervous about, having gone through the horrors of pre-season, and that's these are the things that we'll be testing. Hopefully we're working right. Hope people give a little bit more time to do things than normal. There are some changes. Disappointed not to see Club Red be Club Red, but enough people thought we still don't know what the season's going to be. We're not ready to opt in, and we couldn't do two different versions of the same ticket. It just doesn't work in real life. Great ideas, but as I say, it's about people's experience. It's great to see MKFM in there doing some of our pre-match, seeing Darren and Leah out in front of the public instead of hidden behind the glass in their radio studio. So there's some great things going on at the moment, and I do feel that there's a new zest about the club. There's a new attitude about okay, well, we've come so far, but that isn't far enough for any of us. Let's see what we can go and do about it now. And I think that's something that really excites me going forward. But we're a young club. We've got young people all over. I'm the old man of it all now. That takes a bit of getting used to. But it's a pleasure to see people living it, wanting it, believing in it, and doing the work that goes with that. Because if you want to achieve anything in life, the fundamental is hard work, from the players on the pitch to everybody behind the scenes, to everybody in the box office. It's everybody's work, and that includes, of course, our supporters as well. So I hope they're going to be out in fine form tomorrow. I'm looking forward to what our supporters can bring to our team this year, to encourage them, to help them, as I say, to make up for the things that might not be right in terms of the age profiles and all these other things that people talk about. Let's concentrate on these wonderful young players, and let's see them give their best in an MK Don shirt and see what that can do for our football club.